Hello and a very warm welcome. Thanks for tuning in to your favorite news destination. I'm Kabir Naqvi and you're watching a special News 9 programming. This is Mission Admission, your one-stop shop to understand everything that you need to know. Don't worry about the course, don't worry about the structure, don't worry about the stream. This is your platform to be seen, to be heard, to be answering and asking the right questions. Today, we bring you a power-packed session specially curated for students who dream of becoming engineers. That's right, JEE exams are over and the counselling season has already begun. It's amidst us and many of you are still confused. We understand which branch should you be choosing, which college is going to be the best fit for you, should you consider a private college or a drop year seems to be the right option for you. And that's not all. Some of you are also wondering, should I pursue an MBA after BTech or gain some work experience in the middle? How should I start preparing for the GATE examinations right from the get-go? And what changes have been made in the curriculum under the new education policy? All those answers and more will come right here on News 9's Mission Admission. Joining us today are some of India's top engineering minds. We've got Professor Shauri Chatterjee, Associate Dean Curriculum at the IIT Delhi. A very warm welcome to you, Professor. And we also have with us Dr. Ajay Kumar, Associate Professor, Civil Engineering at the NIT Delhi. A very warm welcome to you, Doctor, as well. And with these insights coming from these experts, you'll get a roundup, a round map to what building a strong and future-ready engineering career is all about. And that's not all. We're also going to be joined by students from across the country. So again, this is your moment to be heard, to be seen and to be mentored live right here on News 9. So let's begin this special edition of Mission Admission, our engineering futures. Also with us on the broadcast are two students. We have with us Abhinav Singh, we've got Bhavya Pandey, and Kashish is also going to be with us soon on the broadcast. But let's get the ball rolling. Two of those students right here on the big wall. Professor Shauri, you know, for all those students out there, counselling season is upon us. Just break that down. Let's exercise brevity very quickly. Let's break down what the counselling process looks like after the JEE examination, what next for these students, and what does it entail from writing that exam to finally entering the college on day one.
So, JEE is now it's a two-step exam. So, JEE and then JEE Advanced. And there is counselling. So, JEE top 2 lakh students roughly walk into JEE Advanced.
Right.
There is counselling for only JEE qualified students. There is counselling for JEE Advanced qualifying students. All of these counselling processes basically is you look at the list of colleges, you look at the available streams and you select, give your preferences as to what you want. So, 1, 2, 3, 4 give your preference order. And then according to your preference order, you will be allocated a seat. If you like the seat, you lock it. If you don't like the seat, you move on, and that's how it goes on. So, there are multiple rounds in each of these counselling procedures. So, for example, JOSA, that is the IIT
the joint seat allocation
seat allocation counselling, that has multiple rounds. I think there are 6 rounds of counselling. Every week there is 1 round of counselling, and some of why do we need multiple rounds is because some of the students who have been allocated seats, they no longer want to be part of the IIT system. So, when they walk out, one seat gets cleared out and then the whole thing moves up. So, that is why there are all these rounds of counselling.
All right, man, thanks for helping the students out on that particular front. Dr. Kumar, let me come to you next. Do we go for a branch, do we go for a course, or we do go for a college? Because lots of students out there, they're looking for a particular college. Some are looking for courses, but what is more important? What questions should the student be asking themselves before embarking on this journey of engineering education?
First of all, let me clear you that in nowadays it was earlier times what the things matters. In whichever college you go, whether you go for IIT, for NIT, if you have to work hard there and you have to give your best, whichever college you go, you have to give your best. So, college is just secondly, first is your input, you should not take in for granted. Earlier it was time that when you go from IIT for NIT, you will get the highest package, but now it depends on the particular person who is studying there, so how much input they give. So, that is very important, because nowadays many other colleges also, that BITS Plani, they are not IIT and NIT, but they are also giving some good infrastructure. So, colleges are there, they are help to make you refiner, but at the same time you have to work hard. So, college definitely IIT and NITs are better choice because they make them in a better way, because the faculties there are more means precise to work on these students in a better way. That is why it is better. And regarding the branch, nowadays branch, like every branch is having different scope, like computer science, AI, they are having different scope, electrical, mechanical, civil, they are having different scope. If you want to go for your own personal things, like if you want to make your own company for in future, then you may prefer core branches, because they are having space for the not only government jobs but also for private jobs. But in CS you will get the higher package, but definitely government jobs are rare in that case. So it depends on the personal choice, whether you are focusing on the government jobs or private jobs, or you want option for the both. If you want the option for the both, then you should go for the core branches like electrical, mechanical, civil, because nowadays you see government is focusing on infrastructure part.
Right.
These core branches can only provide that infrastructure. After that only CS parts comes into picture. That is why nowadays the trend is towards electrical, mechanical, civil. Students are opting more electrical, mechanical, civil because of the infrastructure development by the government of India. Like Gati Shakti project is there. It depends on the highway projects are there. They are all developed by the civil engineers, and all other the electrical part is developed by the electrical engineers, and mechanical engineers develop machines. So they are the hardcore nowadays, because you see lot of research is focused on the missiles technology and other technology which are in our and wars are there. So they are dependent on the mechanical part also, and at the same time AI and robotics are also there to facilitate these things. But core branches is also becoming now more popular than earlier days, because earlier it was work from home culture, but nowadays you have to go in sites and do the work. So that is why all branches
so the focus has to be on these core areas.
Core areas is more
civil,
important.
mechanical. Those
Electrical.
are still the popular norms that people have to go for.
They are, because nowadays you see the requirement is more and the students are less nowadays. That is why in future, because already CS and AI, lot of every college is having packed with those branches, na. So 100, 200 seats are
We
there.
were just talking about how, you know, computer
Yes,
sciences and artificial intelligence,
Yes,
ML
yes.
is the new word, AI ML.
Yes,
That's
yes.
the new word that people are talking about. Gone are the days of HTML. It's now AI ML now, if you
yes,
talk
yes.
about that now.
Yes, yes.
Sorry for that poor joke. Let's bring in some of those students as well on the broadcast. We have Abhinav Singh, we have Bhavya Pandey, we also have Kashish with us. You know, any one of you who'd like to start, let's start on the on this side. Let's begin with Abhinav. What do you have to say? Abhinav, what's your question? How about we take your question to the guests?
Sir, in college, what are the basis of the branches to have a brighter future?
Well, like all these professors are telling us, Abhinav, there is no particular course. It's about the input that you put in any of those courses. You might have your own, you know, unique preference. But again, we'll give it to the professors. Professor Chatterjee, would you like to answer Abhinav's query here?
Absolutely, absolutely. The what you put in is what you get. So as much hard work you put in, that much you will get out of that particular area. I would like to emphasize over here. So when I was in your shoes many years back, so 1996, I was in your shoes, and I was thinking of what to do, what to pick. There were all kinds of advisors around me. My dad was there, my brother was there, then my brother's friends were there, all kinds of people were there. They were all giving me all kinds of advice, and okay, I was lucky to be able to choose. So yeah, I was in a situation where I could choose and I could pick whatever I wanted. That way I was lucky. But the strongest piece of advice that I got at that time was that every branch has something to offer. It doesn't matter really where you go. Every stream that you pick has something to offer to you, something that will excite you if you stick with it, and if you put in the hard work, then that particular stream is going to give you rewards no matter where you go. So this was the strongest piece of advice I had got at that time. So
You'd like to impart the same
I
advice
would
to,
like to give you the same
Abhinav
piece.
as well.
Yes.
And you know, just like Dr. Ajay was telling us that the Gati Shakti program, you know, you've got all these infrastructural development programs that are, of course, in focus. Look at after Operation Sindoor, sir rightly pointed out, missile and Atmanirbharta in the defense field. So, you know, you've got the civil engineering aspect and you've got the mechanical engineering, which are still, you know, very popular in terms of their demands. Abhinav, if that answers your question, let's listen to what Bhavya also has to say, or, you know, we also have with us Kashish. Bhavya, what's your question? to these esteemed panelists that are sitting with me here in the studio?
Good evening to both of them. So my question is, what is one of the best strategies to prepare for the GATE exam?
Preparing for the GATE exam right from the get-go, sir. Could you now again go back to the 1990s, the late 1990s, and help these students of what went
So
through your mind?
it all depends on where are you now. Are you about to join first year, or are you already in your third or fourth year?
In my first year.
Okay. So, let us not worry about the GATE exam in your first year. Please do not worry about it. Let try to enjoy the journey of the entire engineering or science education. Try to enjoy the journey, see where it takes you, and that itself will prepare you. If you keep your mind open enough to learn whatever comes at you, that will prepare you.
Well, that's a beautiful point. Dr. Ajay, would you like to throw some light on and answer, Kashish's question that the journey is equally important, because you learn so many things on the way as well. Shouldn't worry about the GATE exam right on, at the advent of the first year. You should worry about all these other aspects as well.
Sure, I agree with the sir's remarks on this particular part. So, I would like to emphasize you that you are in first year now. National education policy that you are saying, that is national education policy. So, NEP you are saying na, so regarding that I am saying, so regarding national education policy is focused at making these things in a better way, because in national education policy there is multiple entry and multiple exit scheme nowadays, which was earlier missing. In this multiple entry and exit scheme, you can come in first year. If you want to go in first year itself, you can go from the college, and within 10 years you can come back and complete the degree. This is the flexibility in our current scenario of the engineering side. So, she is in first year, I think, so she may be under NEP college or like that, so maybe her college also. So, for preparing GATE, I secured All India 228 rank in GATE entrance examination. So, as per my experience, based on that rank, I am just saying that for the GATE there is nothing.
You got what rank, sir? You got what rank? Let's tell the students again.
228 rank, All India
28,
rank.
All India 28 rank.
All India 228.
228, okay.
228. So, at that time it was conducted by IC Bangalore. So, based on my next experience, I am just saying that it is not necessary to do coaching for the GATE. First thing is that should be clear in mind, that if students think that in third year they will go, final year they will go, they will do coaching, they will crack the GATE. It is no such shortcut is there. For that, just whatever syllabus is given by your college, just prepare it well. Whatever your teacher is teaching, just study it well. Come home, and whatever they have done, just revise it and stick to the syllabus. All syllabus is coming from the GATE, which is in your book and which is in your syllabus provided by the college.
I hope that answers your question, Bhavya. That bookish knowledge, your fundas have to be clear, your principles have to be absolutely sound, your foundation has to be absolutely spot on, and I think that can only happen if you're enjoying your journey and not worrying so much about the GATE exam right, on your first year in the engineering college. Let's get Kashish also in. Kashish, what's your question? Can we help you today?
Sir, I am a drop year student and I am not sure that what branch I have to take. But I got to know through my friends that these days skill matters most if you are willing to get a good placement. So my question is that how can I develop my skills so that I can get a good placement?
Skilling up, that's also something that the Prime Minister has been speaking about as well, and it's also equally important, don't you think, Doctor and Professor?
No, all the engineering streams are about skills. Engineering is about hands-on learning. So, whenever we talk about engineering, you have to do practicals in the lab, right, and you build circuits in the lab, or you do a physics experiment in the lab. So, all of these are skill based, right? Any engineering education, it will have a workshop component where you will use welding, you will do machining, lathing, carpentry, foundry, smithy, all of these things are done in engineering programs. So, skill building is part of any engineering program. So, let us not worry about it once again. Let us not worry so much. Let's try to see what is exciting, what branch, which place, that should be the focus.
Right.
Let us not worry about what skills the program is going to give. All programs will give the relevant skills.
Dr. Ajay?
I do agree with whatever you are doing, just enjoy that it, whatever skills you want, everything will just be at the time of playing you play, at the time of study you study. Only that is the basic, work hard and party hard. This is the basic principle. You will enjoy the things in a better way and you will
Work
learn
hard
everything.
and party hard. I think the operative words being used by a doctor over here. But to the students over here, how important is it to keep internships in their mind, to keep extra curricular activities in their mind? You know, Kashyap just spoke about skilling up. Bhavya has been speaking about, you know, the GATE examination. No matter what you say, the students will keep their future in their mind as well.
So, internships are an important element. Why? Let us put it in focus. Engineering education is not just about classrooms, exams, labs, you know, practical experiments. It is not just about that. Engineering, we also would like to teach you how to make money. And I mean,
interesting. Look at all these kids nodding their heads at
Yes.
the, you know, at the talk of making money.
yes. So, that should be part of an engineering curriculum, how to make money. Unfortunately, college professors don't know this. I mean, really, college professors don't know how to make money. So, this entire internship exercise is to, you know, send you to a
Right.
company to learn what is going on, how is profit made, how do you actually make money on the ground.
Implement what you've learned
Implement what you have learned.
and execute it in a
Yes.
real life scenario.
So
how
all-
to talk in a corporate setup, how to get your things done. I mean, those are, of course, these are life lessons that a college won't be able to give you.
A college
but
won't be
a
able
college is equally important to make friends, to have the right kind of
Absolutely.
argument, you know, to augmentation is also important. How you're putting across your point comes across when you talk about it with your peers. We've got Abhinav, Bhavya and Kashyap. You've got any more questions, you can simply raise your hand and ask those questions. I'm going to keep the discussion rolling in the meantime. You know, artificial intelligence, machine learning and space is also something that people are excited about in today's time. Talking about current activities, Shubhanshu Shukla is going to be the first Indian in space very, very soon if inclement weather yet again doesn't postpone that launch. Space, aerospace, those are all kinds of setups, and we've been talking about this, Professor Shourie at least, that you know, you need all kinds of disciplines to come together. So, interdisciplinary role, is that the future of our institutions? I know for a fact that IIT Delhi, where you're an associate director for the curriculum over there, it has an interdisciplinary setup. But
Yes.
how important is it, and is it the future? How many colleges across India have really implemented interdisciplinary actions?
So, I can't answer about the last point, but all the thrust areas are interdisciplinary in nature. So, if you think about VLSI is also one of the thrust areas of our country, semiconductors, manufacturing, right? That is also one of the thrust areas. So, all of these are interdisciplinary: robotics, drones, you know, defense, weapons, all of these are interdisciplinary areas where different branches of engineering come together and they, you know, create something. So, for example, robotics is interdisciplinary between mechanical, electrical and computer science. VLSI is interdisciplinary between electrical, computer science, physics, chemistry, chemical engineering. Then as you said, aerospace engineering, that is interdisciplinary again between mechanical engineering, electrical engineering, computer science and material science and whole lot of other branches. So, all of these thrust areas are actually interdisciplinary in nature, where, you know, professors from or groups from teams from different branches come together and create something. So, it is very important. Interdisciplinarity today is something very important. Energy
Right.
sciences, I missed out energy sciences. Anyway, yeah.
Yeah, but
Over
so
to you.
we've touched upon, you know, whether the right way to go about engineering admission is it a course or is it a branch, is it a campus, is it a college? Of course, we've also established, and all these students will agree, that the amount of input you put in, you get exactly that kind of output. Dr. Ajay, let me ask you this. We're running out of time here.
This
let's-
interdisciplinary part, just I want to add on this
Okay,
interdisciplinary part.
okay.
Actually, regarding this, NIT Delhi has offered 2 degrees at the same time. In BTech generally get you 1 degree, like if you take BTech in electrical admission, you will get only BTech electrical, but in IIT Delhi there is special provision that you can get degree in both the branches if you want. For example, if you take admission in BTech in civil engineering, if you want to pursue civil computer science course also, you can get both the degrees, BTech with major in civil engineering with minor in computer science engineering. If you want to take admission in BTech in mechanical, if you want to take in electrical also, then both degrees can be given, provided 10 credits course you have to complete for that particular branch. So that way interdisciplinary is promoted in IIT Delhi, and we are also started startups and incubation centers through which interdisciplinary works are there, and many students are doing their incubation work, and they are.
I think a lot of colleges are following suit on the interdisciplinary aspect.
So we have made patents also based on the interdisciplinary work. Patents are also made. So nowadays it is highly focused, sponsored by the government of India also. In agriculture area, you see drones are there who are spreading seeds all over the agriculture field.
Right.
So it is interdisciplinary in every aspect. Government is also promoting. So it is in our NEP education policy, it is already implemented.
All right. To the students, Abhinav, Bhavya, Kashish, any questions before we wrap this up? I think we've answered their questions for sure. Last 20 seconds to both the professor and a doctor with us on the panel. Your advice to these kids before we wrap up this show?
Pick a place, don't pick a stream, take whatever comes. Every stream is enjoyable.
Okay. Every stream is enjoyable. Dr. Ajay?
Every stream is enjoyable, and you think where you want to go, whether you want to go government job, private job or personal work, as per your requirement, then you go for the branch. If you want to for government and private both, choose the core branches. If you want to go in computer science and AI center, then you go for that particular, but in that government jobs are less. That is the only difference. Otherwise, every branch is enjoyable. Just give your best in every branch and enjoy the studies. Do not take burden. It is just enjoyable. Think in a playful way.
All right. It's the journey that matters. I think I'm going to stick to that. It's the journey that matters and not the final destination, because you'll become an engineer in the course of, taking on that course or that particular branch or campus. We'll leave it here. Professor Shourie, many thanks for speaking with us here.
Thank you.
Dr. Ajay Kumar, always a pleasure to have you with us here on News9. And to all the students that are watching this show, we're going to continue to bring you all these discussions. We're going to continue to bring you all these university representatives, not just public ones, but private ones as well, not just engineering stream or a particular facet, all walks of life, all education setups. We're going to throw that for our students. You don't have to be anxious. Let's hope that you find the best course that you set out to find for yourself, and you also find yourself in the process of carrying out that engineering degree. For now, that's a complete wrap up on the show. Top developments right on the other side.